What is an insane coincidence that you've experienced with a celebrity? My last name is not exactly common. Especially in Northeast Ohio where I grew up. In the Cleveland area, if you know someone with the last name of Bro, they are most definitely closely related to me. So, there I was working for Geek Squad. I arrived at a client's house to perform some kind of repair on an older guy's computer. I introduced myself and we made a little small talk on the way back to his office. He pointed me to the office chair and told me a little about the problem. When I booted up the computer, it needed a password, so I asked him to type it in. I'll just tell it to you. You look trustworthy. You might want to write it down, though. I grabbed my notepad and a pen and nodded to him. BREAUX. I just stared at him, confused and a little freaked out. Why was this guy's password my last name? I must have just looked confused because he chuckled and said it's my middle name. Strange, I know, but I was named after a close family friend growing up in Detroit. My jaw almost hit the ground. My dad and grandfather were born in Detroit. My great-grandfather had moved there in the early 1920s. I was pretty sure he was the only bro that moved up from Louisiana at that time. After I collected myself, I showed him my ID badge and his eyes lit up and he got a huge smile on his face. It turns out, it was my great-grandfather that he was named after. He remembers my grandfather as a child and used to play with him when their dads would visit each other. After he and my grandfather joined the military to fight in World War II, they lost contact and never spoke again. Years later we learned that man was Christopher Edward Bro's grandfather. Frank Ocean's grandpa.